Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Hen. Every spring I like to teach about the history of the Star Spangled Banner. You may have heard the Star Spangled Banner referred to as the national anthem. It's the same exact thing, it just has two names. The name of the poem was Star Spangled Banner, turned into a song, but then sometimes it's called the national anthem. National anthem, if you break it down, an anthem is a song that honors someone or something, and national means our nation, America, US of A. So the Star Spangled Banner is our national anthem. If we lived in a different country, a different song would be the national anthem. Whatever song they have to honor their country, that's their national anthem. Ours is the Star Spangled Banner. So the history of the Star Spangled Banner, in class, I like to go deep into the history of the Star Spangled Banner. I'm not going to do that right now, but we are going to skim it because music is history. Music is language arts. Music is science. Music is math. Music is all the subjects. So the Star Spangled Banner was written during the War of 1812. The War of 1812, just really quick. The War of 1812 was between the United States of America, which was a very young country at the time, and Great Britain. Great Britain, sometimes you might hear England, sometimes you might hear Great Britain. They're actually different. Great Britain is 4 countries altogether, kind of a country. Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. That's Great Britain. If you hear England, that's just England, okay? So it's between US of A and Great Britain, and it was over trade. America was getting ticked off because Great Britain was blocking America from trading goods with other countries across the ocean. They didn't like it, so we had a war about it. The song, the Star Spangled Banner, was actually started as a poem, and then 60 years later it was turned into a song. It was actually written off of Chesapeake Bay on a boat, which is off of Fort McHenry. Fort McHenry's on land. There was a boat parked off of Fort McHenry. The boat had a few American prisoners, one of whom was Dr. Beans. We needed Dr. Beans, big time, because Dr. Beans, helped fix our troops on Fort McHenry, and he was very important, and we really needed him. So the president went to Francis Scott Key. Francis Scott Key is the one who did the words to the Star Spangled Banner, and said, hey, we need Dr. Beans back, so why don't you go onto that boat, take these prisoners of war that we have, go onto that boat and get our doctor back. We need him, pronto. So Francis Scott Key goes up to the boat, knock, knock, knock. Hello, may I see the captain, please? I need to get Dr. Beans, and you can have these guys in exchange. So the captain comes up. He's like, oh, you want Dr. Beans? I can't do an English accent very well, but I'll try. Oh, you want Dr. Beans? Oh, come on in, and golly, jolly good chap, and all that rubbish. And wait in this room, and we'll get Dr. Beans for you. And when he left, he locked the door. And Francis Scott Key was like, that's interesting. So he knocked on the door. He's like, supposed to get the doctor and leave? And then the captain through the door said, oh, I forgot to tell you, you can leave with the good doctor, but not until tomorrow. Because we are going to attack Fort McHenry tonight, and we think you may have heard our plans, and we don't want you to warn them. So just be a jolly good chap and you stay here, and when everything's all over, we'll let you go. So Francis Scott Key, he had this little window to look out of, a portal. He had this little window to look out of, and he couldn't warn his friends. He couldn't warn them. He couldn't tell them they're about to be attacked. He couldn't tell them, like, be ready. They're going to attack you tonight. He couldn't do any of that. Oh, he was so, so distraught. And then when night fell, the bombs started. Blast, blast, blast. And all he could do was just sit and watch. But he did see on a desk in the room he was in, there was an envelope and a pen. He said, well, I can't do anything, but writing really helps me. It helps calm me. And I'm just going to write my feelings and write about what's going on. And so he wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote what is now known as the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. The whole poem is a big question. It's asking one thing. So let's go through the words and let's find out what it's asking. So I'm sorry if you can't see these very well. Usually I would turn off the lights and everything. Okay. Oh say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleaming? Huh? That is some weird stuff. That is not how we talk. Let's figure out what they are meaning, and then we'll put it in words that we say. Okay, so first they're saying, oh, say, can you see? That's easy. By the dawn's early light. Dawn is a time of day. It's morning time. Okay, so he's saying, oh, now that it's morning and the sun is coming up, now, can you see? What's he talking about? Can you see what? A bird? A dog? A tank? What? There weren't any of those. So what's he looking for? Oh, that thing that they proudly put up, proudly hailed, means they looked at it and honored it. When did they do it? Twilight's last gleaming. Twilight is another time of day. It's nighttime. So this is basically saying last night. So if we put this sentence in our words, it would be, hey, now that it's morning and the sun's coming up, can you see that thing that we put up last night? That's what it's saying. The second sentence, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. What this means is, this thing that they put up last night had broad stripes and bright stars. And through a perilous fight, perilous means, sad and, there's no good outcome. It's dangerous. It's not a good, it's perilous. I'm in peril. It's not good. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts, O-E-R, with that little apostrophe there, that apostrophe takes the place of the V. Over the ramparts we watched. What's a rampart? Does anyone know what a rampart is? Okay, a rampart is like the top of a castle where it goes do 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 do. That's a rampart. And so this thing with broad stripes and bright stars was over the ramparts, gallantly streaming. That means bravely waving. What could they be talking about? And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, so they're talking about a flag. I bet you guessed it. But what does this mean? And the rocket's red glare and the bombs bursting in air. How can a rocket's red glare and a bomb bursting in air prove or show that a flag was still there? Did the bombs run into the flag? And there was a big clangety clang? Is that what happened? No. What they're talking about is like on 4th of July when the fireworks go off, they light up the sky. That light is what he's referring to. See, Francis Scott Key didn't have like a big flashlight or a spotlight where he could look at the fort all through the night. He had to rely on the light given off by the bombs. And when the light went off, when the bombs went off and the light came out, he could look really quickly and see, is it still there? Is it still there? Is it still there? Is it? Yes, I see it. Now, why is it such a big deal if he could see the flag? If the flag was still there, why is that such a big deal? Discuss. Okay, the reason it's such a big deal is because if Great Britain had overtaken the fort and the Americans had lost control of the fort, the first thing that the Great Britain soldiers would do is to take down our flag. That's the very first thing they would do, and they would put up their flag. But since the bombs going off gave enough light to show Francis Scott Key that our flag was still there, that meant we were holding the fort still. We had not lost. That's why it was so important. And that's how the bombs bursting in air could show him that the flag was still there. Then it ends with a question. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave, still wave, over the land of the free and the home of the brave? So he ends with a question. Is it still there? I want to know. Yes, the flag was still there. Yes, we did win that battle in the War of 1812. Now, I'm going to put a link in this video to one of my favorite performances of the Star-Spangled Banner. There have been, of course, numerous, but one of my favorites was Whitney Houston singing the Star-Spangled Banner at, what's the big football game called? You know, football. Not the World Series, that's baseball. What's it called? Super Bowl. Super Bowl. I don't do sports. Yes, so Whitney Houston at the Super Bowl singing the Star-Spangled Banner. There are so many performances, but that is just one of my favorites. So I'm going to show you a link of that. Another really good one, you might not believe it, Lady Gaga at that same sports ball thing, the Super Bowl. Lady Gaga, who would know, right? Oh, she's got a tremendous voice, beautiful. So if you have a favorite performance of the Star-Spangled Banner and you want to share it with me, you can do that. You can, do that. Get help with it if you don't know how. But I wanted to show you this performance, and now you know the words, and now that you know what the words mean, I challenge you to kind of not be bratty about it, but kind of like quiz the people in your house. Like, do you know what the Star-Spangled Banner means? Do you know the words? Oh, do you know the rules? This song has rules. You must stand up. You must take your hat off. You must face the flag. And dependent upon your clothes, you may either salute or put your right hand over your heart. You are only allowed to salute if you are in an organization such as like police or fire, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and you are in full uniform. Then you may salute. You must be in full uniform. That's the rule. I know that a lot of Girl Scout and Boy Scout troops have kind of skirted that rule and have saluted regardless of what they were wearing. But if you're just wearing like your Girl Scout t-shirt and jean shorts, you are not supposed to salute. If you're wearing your full uniform, you are allowed to salute. If you are not part of those organizations and you're not wearing your full uniform, then you put your right hand over your heart. Make sure you take your hat off though. I almost got in a little bit of a fight at a Reds game a couple years ago with a dad who was not following the rules. I did not like it. And I just felt it was my job as a teacher to educate him on the rules. That's all. So show me your favorite performance. Now you know the words and what they mean. They're very important. Share this with your family. Ask them, don't be bratty about it, but ask them, do you know the words? Do you know what they mean? It's really important that all Americans do. Okay, until we can be together, I miss you so much. We all miss you. We really, really do. And I hope that we're together at the end of the spring wishful thinking, and make sure you wash your hands and honor social distancing. See ya. Bye.